Hey, Mike DePung here, and I'm so happy that you're here with me. If you're tuning in to this video, please subscribe, hit like, share if you want to, if it means anything, if it resonates with you. But my concern is this. My concern is that I offer you something, I offer your heart something that can just tweak it a little bit, that it resonates with you, that if you're seeking healing, that you will know that you will have something that your heart can use. And I care about you. In fact, we are surrounded by life energies, by beings, by spirit that wants us to know healing. And healing in and of itself isn't, and it's not always looking for a sickness to heal, looking for a trauma to heal. Those come along. But we want to heal so that we can know happiness. We come here to know happiness. We come here to enjoy life. We come here to engage in the awe and wonder of that inner child, the inner wild child, just being uninhibited and unfiltered and unhindered in terms of being ourself. Meeting that self, that's the beginning of our healing journeys that are deep and meaningful and that can be really special to people's. Now, what I would like to talk with you about today is actually a poem that I wrote. And actually, I'm not going to talk about the poem, I'm going to read it, but not quite yet. I want you to think about something with me, if you would. Have you ever seen a little child, since I referred to the inner wild child, have you ever seen a little child get really excited about something because they saw the light bulb came on, they saw like this fits? Now, I think about toddlers when they're doing those things where they've got the balls with the shapes in them and they're a triangle and a circle and a rectangle and a square, and they look and you can see they will grab one of those pieces and it's a hint. It's got to go when the one that looks like, boom, they shove it in there. Or when a little older child starts building Legos or building blocks of some kind, and they are looking at it, they're trying to follow along maybe a diagram, and they get a hint, that little hint that, wait a second, this part has the red light on top of it. It's got to go there. And they just forge ahead with it. You know, when children get these kinds of hints, or when their curiosity engages to figure these hints out, they might share it with everyone and be all joyful. Or they might be so focused that they don't even hear or see anybody else. And they just dive into it. And they find out. They seize the hints and they go forward with it. Well, that's what my poem is about today, and I would love for you to engage with it. It's called Hints of Divinity, and I will say a little bit about it. I'm not going to talk about the whole poem, but I will read it, like I said. But the word hints is actually from an Old English word that goes to a very ancient base, and I'm not here to give a linguistics lesson. But hints is from the Old English hintan, and hintan means to seize, to grab, and that's what we have available to us. There are hints of divinity, of my divinity, of your divinity. That is the beginning of healing, to come into, to step into who you are. That's the beginning of it. And there are hints all around us for us to seize, to grab. And in fact, the subtitle of this is Carpe Adomantus. Carpe Adomantus is Latin for seize the hint. So there are things there for us to seize. And I hope that the words of this poem, the spirit that I wrote it in, the very alchemical process that I use when I write, will mean something to you, will resonate with you. And if it does, I hope that it gives you joy, that it helps lead you to see hints and to step into who you are, into your joy, into your divinity, into healing, awakening love for your happiness. So here is the poem. I'm sorry, I really just finished it this morning. This is a poem that I talked about an alchemical process. I began this on August the 31st, and it's been floating around in the void after I offered up some basic ideas, and I pulled it back down into form, and here it is. So I'm going to have to be looking down. I haven't memorized it. Here it is. Hints of Divinity. Carpe admonitus. When snowdrop and crocus push their heads through thin, crusty, crunchy winter carpets, are they foolish or divine, whispering hints of spring? When short-sleeved t-shirts flash around the neighborhood on January 25th, are they lunacy or omen, acknowledging hints of spring? When apple buds bedeck themselves early with their beauty blossoms of shades of pink, announcing they dress for the harvest, are they inviting a frosty disaster or abundance, sharing hints of summer? When leafy, succulent, loose-leaf lettuce raises a 3-inch mast overnight, bolting skyward to share its offspring, is it rebelling against its purpose or fulfilling its desire, giving more hints of summer? When Sirius appears and the dog days of August bite at earthly heels, and when that dog shivers fronted by a 50-something degree night, does he announce climate chaos or welcome relief, teasing hints of autumn? When on late evening walks along dark sidewalks, brief shivers produce goosebumps, but friendly concrete greets the night with radiating warmth, does summer forsake all or signal change, bearing hints of autumn? When the veil is thin and ancestors stir powerfully on Samhain and sleety needles penetrate exposed arms and faces, is autumn spitting angry spirits or prophesying hints of winter? When day ends and light wanes in the tween time, and the shadowy mirror reflects dim eyes, and those eyes peer intently through the mirror to hints of a brighter light, and a soft whisper of a deeper learning is detected, has heart mocked the weary one, or has heart offered hints of love? Sometimes the hints whisper, other times they scream. All times they wait, screamed or whispered, to be seized and woven into spells, creating magic and miracles of awakening life, the self-revelation of goddesses and gods, slithering from their slumber, hinting to consciousness, seize me. And that's it. Hints of Divinity. If you are someone who is struggling, and I know people who have watched some of these videos and they've shared with me that they help and that they are struggling, but if you're doing that, the hints of divinity, of who we are as spirit incarnate expressions, the hints are all around us. Listen to the trees. And I mean, don't just go out and look at a tree. Lean against it. Speak to it. There are spirits in everything. Listen then. Stay still and silent. Sit on a rock grounded to Mother Earth. Sit on a big rock grounded to her and ask her whatever is on your heart. Hints are given. Maybe it's that, like I just was gifted the other day, the feather of a great northern flicker, a woodpecker. That was a hint to me about even getting this video out. To beat your own drum. I don't have to conform to anybody else. I'm a shaman. My shamanism in some part is expressed in what I was in a past life as a bard in an ancient tribe. It's just one little piece of things that I have learned because the hints were there for me to follow and they are there for you to follow. And I want you to grab onto them, to seize them, which is what it means, what a hint is, to seize it and to know who you are, to know healing, to know the beauty and joy and wonder, to behold all of this no matter what the problems are. I don't say to ignore them, but to realize that even the challenges, even the traumas, even the things we need to be healed from have happened to us to bring us to a point of appreciating all of this. Like that inner wild child, to see it and to all of a sudden, wow, it fits, it works, it's awesome, even though it might have been very painful. And I know about pain, and I have experienced it, but I can tell you now, I see how it all fits together so beautifully. And things still come up, and they always will. It's never finished, but hints are always there. Look for them, find them. Let me know if you find some. Thanks, and I will see you next time. Love and peace until then.